Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. It's Christmas Eve. I got Santa Claus with me right now. What's up, Fleece?
Hey, how you doing, big bro?
Doing good, man.
Hey, man, I just want to express myself right now, man. You know, every time it get close to Christmas, man, I think about a situation that happened to me in prison on Christmas Eve one time. Well, they locked me up, put me in the hole, the dungeon. I'm down there butt naked, chained up to a bed. Everybody, they said if you in the hole, you don't get Christmas in prison. You gotta be on the yard. You know, like, they try to treat it like the yard is the streets and going to the hole is like going to jail. So while you in the hole, you don't get gifts. You know, you don't get all them gifts and stuff. So I'm down there butt naked in the hole, man. God put me down there. And it's supposed to be my last day. Christmas Eve supposed to be my last day. I'm supposed to, get out of the hole. And God came down there and said, hey, Fleece, you ready to get out? I said, yeah. He said, we're going to come in there and take the handcuffs and stuff off of you. Give you some clothes, let you take a shower. And you're going out on the yard. Merry Christmas. I said, thank you. About 6 hours went by. I'm still changed up to the bed, naked. I get tired, I go to sleep, man. And then next thing I know, boosh, a big old bucket of ice cold water just throwed in there on me. And God's out there making fun of me. I'm chained all up to the bed. Can't do nothing about it. My rights is being violated. I'm being violated as a person. It's Christmas Eve. I start crying, man.
You real tears?
Yeah, I was crying, man. I was so mad. I started crying, man. How can you treat somebody this bad on Christmas? Christmas Eve. And lie to them and cheat them and throw stuff on them. They threw all kinds of stuff in there. And they couldn't throw no duty or nothing, but they threw trash, all that. I'm laying on the bed with this stuff all over me. Christmas Eve. And you know what? This is why they put me like that. Because I refused to go back in my cell because my cell had my toilet was leaking a lot of water and stuff. Everything in the cell was messed up. I said, put me in a better cell. They said, we're going to put you in one. We're going to put you in one, all right? And took me down there, took all my stuff, naked, put me on the bed. Threw water and stuff all over me. Trash. And handcuffs were so tight, you could feel it steel around. It cut into my wrist. I still got cuts all over my arm and stuff from prison, from them handcuffs and stuff. So, next thing I know, it's nighttime. Then I can hear the inmates upstairs, beating and stuff, talking. It's Christmas now. This is now Christmas. You know what I did? I prayed, man. I prayed God. I cried, man. I never been that disrespecting all my life during Christmas. I said, you know what? I'm going to respect the Lord. I'm not going to do nothing. But when that clock hit 12 and it's going into Christmas is over, I'm going to war, bro. I'm going to war. And that's what I did. I broke out of all that stuff. I broke out of it. When they came back down, I thought they going to have some more fun. And they go and threw all that stuff on me. I was waiting on them. I had to get them the next day, though. I said, I'm gonna get him though. I tore that whole place up. It ain't gonna be no peace in there. You don't disrespect me like this and expect me to take it. What can a court do? What was the Supreme? What was anybody? I didn't even have no family members checking on me. Nobody. I was left for dead. And you got to always remember, I went into the prison system as a child. A child. I didn't have nobody raise me in her. I didn't get raised by my family or nothing. I went in there as a child. I learned how to read and write in prison. I couldn't even write my name before I went to prison. I got my education. I taught myself. I fought all them battles and I endured all that evil. And every time Christmas Eve come about, I think about that. It hurts me. You know, to think about how I was trashed on Christmas in the penitentiary. I was trashed, man. I never forget it. Hey, here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk this to the people of Kentucky. I was watching the news and seeing where they got somebody in a legislature. They're trying to create a bill, 3 strikes you out bill. It's just the anti-brochure, don't allow. It violates the ex post facto of the Constitution. You know, so here's the thing I want society to know about the 3 strikes. I want to tell you something about this. It's illegal. The Constitution says it's illegal. You can't have 2 laws active at the same time. One saying the max you can get is 10 years, and then another law saying it can be enhanced to a life sentence. Which one of them is correct? The one that was established first, established law, right? Ex post facto, they had a case called Callis versus Bull, was way back up during the Justice Chase and Justice Johnstone generation back up when America declared their independence from Britain. Britain helped us establish our legal system over here. You know, and the stuff was up and running, so they got that first case, Callis versus Bull. And the case was it was about land and stuff, but the issue came up. And that's where the retroactive thing came into effect, because the Supreme Court back then didn't actually understand ex post facto. They didn't know what it meant. It's a law-making provision, teaches you the correct way to make a law. You can't have a law saying, let's say, if I robbed a place and they said 12 years is the max you can get. So I go before a judge, I say, Your Honor, I understand I got 12 years for the max, but what did I get the life sentence for? And he said for being a repeat felony for all your I said, well, I done been tried and convicted on them and punished. So what's the life sentence for? It's to stop you from committing crimes like it's in the future. Who's even going to say I'm going to commit a crime in the future? And how can you punish me for a crime I ain't even committed yet? So it's a bad law, Governor Steve Butcher. It's a bad law. Do not let it go through. 3 strikes you out. And let me tell y'all about the laws. When I was out stealing, when I first started stealing back in the 70s, doing crime, I'm going to be truthful with you. Back then it was simple. When we commit crimes back in, we only, went out for the money. It wasn't no killing nobody, holding hostages and all this stuff. We just got the money, man. And if we couldn't get the money, we go on. But they had some hot shots, legislators. They wanted to tell the public, you know what? We need to get tough on crime. They went overboard with it. So now everybody out there committing crimes, and they like, you know what? This ain't gonna happen to me. If I rob somebody, I'm gonna kill them. I ain't leaving no witness. So every time they get tough on crime, the criminals get tough on society. Do y'all realize that? They feel they ain't got no choice but to get tough back. I mean, who wants to go to prison knowing now that you facing 3 strikes you out, you'll never get out? So what do you think their mindset's gonna be? You know, they put in a situation where, you know, despite you say everybody can get a job, everybody can't. I couldn't. And so they gonna steal. They in a situation, they got kids, they got family, don't nobody want to help them. The system is designed to exclude them from being a provider, from being a man, from being whatever. So, here's what they do. If they rob you, they're going to kill you. How you like that? And that all comes from the lawmakers in Frankfurt. They get ready to try to create a legal law. 3 strikes you out. They say, oh, that's only for violent crime. They want to lock up your kids. We all might, everybody out in society got somebody in their family that's not living the way they're supposed to. But who wants them in prison for the rest of their life? Who wants them in prison for going in there shoplifting and being told that you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison? You got a life sentence for something that the law say you can't get no more than 10 years for.
You told us what y'all, on the live, we just did a live. I'm going to have you go over how y'all celebrated Christmas and all that again. And then I also want you to go into, I want you to tell us about how you used to do surprise birthday parties and celebrate people's birthdays too, because I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, but I just wanted to just finish this. I'm going to go off into something else. Yeah. I just want people to know, understand this about crime and punishment. There was a time in America when all felonies were punishable by death. You steal a horse, you get hung. You steal somebody's cat, they hang you for felony and kill you, right here in this country. But we had a constitution that wasn't being honored then. Somebody said, no, this ain't the way that it's supposed to be, right? Now, we done tried all of them. They still stole horses. They stole them all the way up till they changed that law. Well, you can't get killed for this no more. It didn't stop nobody from stealing cows or horses. All these little bad laws or punishment that they talking about coming out with. What happened? The world tried in the world. Name a country that ain't tried everything. They used to burn people in public, man. Cut their heads off, all this stuff. None of that stuff worked. So who wants them laws back? You know, we got lawmakers in Frankfurt that don't know nothing about crime, violence, silver spoon kids, you know, never had a fight. Don't even know what it feels like to skip school, none of that shit. Yeah, I mean, they crazy. And but they gonna make you think that the best way to deal with crime is to get tough on crime. Let me tell you the best way to deal with crime. The best way to deal with crime is to do your damn job, right? That's what the police ain't doing out there. They trying to step over the line. They trying to commit a crime to stop a crime. How you gonna do that? They got them, they training ain't right. You know, you respect your Constitution and your Constitution gonna respect you. Here's what I would do about crime. If it was me, I'm not changing shit. I'm gonna go by the Constitution. These prisons here in Kentucky, I'm gonna change them from open dormitories. We ain't gonna have number supermaxes. You go to prison, you going to a supermax.
What's the difference?
It's a big ass difference. A supermax, you ain't gonna be out there where you can kill nobody.
What, they keep everybody isolated or something?
Supermax is based on isolation, right? They give you your exercise, all this stuff, right? You just ain't around people. You take your shower right there in your cell. They scoot the shower to your door and lock it to your door, and you step in 10 minutes, take your shower, going back in.
What?
Yeah, that's a Supermax. You know, and then they got another thing where they let you out there. It got a little bullpen.
Hold on, they pull the shower. It's a portable shower. They pull up to your door.
Come up to your door and you step in it.
Wow, I didn't know it.
But Supermax is designed to where you can't assault nobody. You can't do nothing.
Because the worst people in there, obviously.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna have a Supermax because you know why?
Wow.
Because them guards is lazy. The inmates is the ones that clean up the prison, sweep and mop, clean up when people flood their cells and all that. They clean the yard up. They make corrections a lot of money. Because in our prison system, we make the license plates. All them orange jumpsuits you see on TV, Kentucky makes them and sell them to other states. Pay the inmate $40, $50 a month. Where if he had a job on the street, it'll be probably $1,000 a week, right? But here's the point. Bad laws has never solved the problem. So why go there? Religious people, back in the days, we used to didn't have prisons. We had some of them little jails you put cowboys in. They didn't have a prison though. It was the religious people that came and told the lawmakers, look, why don't y'all put up prisons like they got in other countries? Let us go on there, preach to them and try to reform them. So prisons got established. Now we got a good system, man. We got a good system where we got people that is trying to inform. And, you know, inmates can get educations and all this stuff now. They can take up trades and all this. If you lock somebody up, you know you got to let them out someday. So why you want to lock them up, frustrate them, piss them off, knowing they're going to get out someday, and they might come out worse? You got to deal with this son of a bitch all over again. Go in there and help them, reform them, educate them, treat them with respect according to the law. And you're going to have a whole bunch of them come, not all of them, but the majority is going to come out a changed person. Well, here's what I don't understand. Even when they come out a changed person, you got the system set up out here to where they are not included with people that y'all call citizens. We can't keep a job. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to get a place. They got some states that if you got a felony on your record, you can't even rent a room.
Our apartment. Yeah.
Our apartment.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a secret shit going on right now that is worsening society. It's just what's hurting society out here. Allowing this stuff to happen, right? They should come out and it shouldn't even be all this background check shit.
Well, no, I agree with that part. I mean,
Why?
Now, where I differ from it, it depends on what type of crime it was. If it was a robbery, pedophile thing, or rape thing, or something like that, I could see me not renting an apartment to that person. But if it was a person was maybe selling drugs at one point in their life, or flagrant child support, because they going to prison now for flagrant child support, not paying child support. I don't think that should ban you from renting an apartment.
I disagree with all of it because I think apartments should be given to whoever got the money to pay for it. You know.
Yeah, but you don't want to run off people that.
You don't want to. It's crazy.
Unfortunately, certain laws, we at a point you just shouldn't be committing crimes.
I agree with that.
You got to deal with it. If you're gonna commit a crime, you got to deal with the repercussions.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you want people to come out here in your society, live like a citizen, respect your rights, you got to take them when they go in them places, and you got to reform them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta, and when they get out, you gotta make sure that they can get situated out here. They can get a place, get a job, hold it down. Because if not, hey.
It's what I don't understand though. They're working there for $40 a month, right?
Yeah.
They'll get out here and make, say, $1,300-$1,400 a month and still don't want to go work, but work every day in prison. How does that work? Why is that? You know some people like that. Won't work.
I know a lot of
will
people.
not work out here, but work for nothing.
They'll break their back in prison. They'll break their back in.
Why is that? I don't understand that.
Well, here's the difference. In prison,
Cigar's good, ain't it?
yeah. In Kentucky prison, they got PlayStation. They got every cable channel, and it's free. They got any new release come out in the theaters, they get them in the penitentiary, and it's free. Our electric bills is free, is paid. We don't have gas, electric. We don't have to pay for none of that shit. Our bed is free. Everything, our clothes, toothpaste, soap, all that's free. Our food is free. So these are the things that has been paid for by the state. You know. So if I paid all of your bills out here in the streets, your food bill, your gas and electric, your car payments, all your cable, your phone payment, if I paid all that and all your food is free and all your clothes and all that stuff, and if I gave you $50, you feel like you rich. That'll be a lot of money out here, even out here.
So what you saying that why they working in there but won't work out here?
They work in there because they first of all, man, they don't want to really own up to the fact that they can do what everybody else does. You know, work for a living. Or nothing like it. They get in prison and get cut off from their family. Even when their family is sending the money, they still working on it. I'm talking about them jobs in there is hard.
I know. I'm still trying to.
I'm talking about hard work, man. When you get off from work, man, you exhausted.
That's why I'm trying to ask you, why don't they work when they get out here? I don't understand that. They'll work for $40 a month.
Because when they get out, here's what they get caught up on. Like the men, they get out here, first thing they want is a woman.
To take care of them.
Yeah. These ladies out here done changed the script. They tell the men now, I don't want a broke man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a man that ain't got a car, a house, or he ain't got something established, right? And so, and the ladies that is telling me that these ladies with these fine bodies and stuff, right? They got bodies, bro. They butts and titties and stuff is just outrageous. And they using it. And so he go out there and feel like, in order to get a woman, I'm going to have to steal. If I want the type that I want, I'm going to have to go out there and steal and come up with a lot of money so that I can, ladies will take interest in me. And they get out there and they do it. But you know what? They do anything. And when they get caught, she gone. When she hear how much time he got, she gone and get somebody else do him the same way. And it's a thing that when they run into this out here, they try to come, they don't want to work because they think that's slow money.
Even though they was working making $40 a month.
Yeah, in prison, but then out of here, they want to try to come up quick.
Okay.
You know, get a car, get a house, and get a woman. And
So this is what I'm saying. So in there, this is what I'm visualizing. In there, since it ain't about impressing nobody really, then it's okay to work for $40 a month. But out here where everything is visual, you know, you want to look more than what you are, and you want to make more money than you make. They rather not even make the working money. They already looking into the fast lane.
right, they think that working is holding them back from getting the real money. That's what they think.
So there's still a criminal mind, is what you're saying.
Yeah, not only criminal man, it's a delusion.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a deception. They have deceived themselves into believing that working holds them back from achieving their goals, right?
To do something that's gonna send them right back to where they just came from.
What I'm saying. And so they go out there and steal because they feel that's the quicker way. Let's sell dope. Let's sell dope. Let's do this. Let's take a contract. Let's and then when they get the money, they go get the cars and then the clothes and then they go to the spot and then the clubs and then a lady will take interest in them and because you know he got money and stuff. These girls know what you doing out there, and that's my mama was nothing like these ladies out here. My mama was the type that if she know we stole something, she ain't accepting nothing. She gonna tell you she don't want nothing. She'll call the police on her. See, they got ladies out here now that intentionally have a plan to take these young black men and put them out there stealing, man. They don't try to talk them away from it. They talking them into it for money for her, right?
They not verbally doing it, but their actions is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they planning it. They putting pressure on them.
But why are they falling for that? You just got out of prison. Why would you fall for that? You just got out of prison where you was making $40 a month. You was in there with all men. You get out here, you got all this freedom. You got as many women as you want. You can make as much money as you want. And you said somebody can talk you into going right back to prison?
I'm telling you, they don't look at it like that. They look at it like they got to go out there and get it. And to showcase, to live a life, to be accepted, you know. And I'm like this. I gave it up. I don't live by that code no more.
Don't put that bottle up, bro.
I don't live by the code no more, and I don't care. To be truthful,
yeah,
I don't care if I can live the remaining years of my life without a woman. If I had to, I could. Hey, you know what? I'm not going all out like that. I had a woman I just broke up with that I did over treated her good, right? And it didn't work out. You know, and the last thing I did was gave her some money about 2 days ago. And after she got it, she said, you know what? You ain't no good. Because I wouldn't go to the store with her. Man, you know what? I treat people good despite the fact that they came at me wrong. I'm learning that now. In my old days, I would have wasted her. No doubt. I would have wasted her ass. She would have been wasted. But now I tell her, Merry Christmas, God bless you. Take that anger, frustration somewhere else, man.
Since you was in there before social media even started, before the internet started, what changed when inmates see their girlfriend or their wives on social media dressed a certain way? What did you notice anything in there from their attitudes and how they were act after that?